Hello, and welcome to Exposing Truth Ministry for another Health Nugget. Today we have Sister Avia with us, and she's going to tell us about a special substance. You know, you and I were made from the dust of the earth, from clay, but she has some great things to tell us about a particular kind of clay. Sister Avia?
Bentonite Clay. Okay, so we are going to be talking about bentonite clay today. We'll be looking at what it is, how it works, and some of its benefits. So I always like to start with a word. This one says, "And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul." And this one is taken from Genesis 2, verse 7. So what is bentonite clay? I don't know how many persons, would have known anything about this type of clay, but it's also known as Montmorillonite clay. It's the same thing. It's a natural mineral-rich clay with a fine, soft texture, and it is actually composed of ash that is taken from volcanoes. Now, this type of clay is known to have an abundance of minerals, and these may include calcium, magnesium, silica, sodium, copper, iron, and potassium. So this kind of clay has been used for centuries to treat different conditions from inflammation, gastrointestinal, and skin conditions. And the name actually comes from Fort Benton in Wyoming. This is where the largest source of bentonite clay is found and where it is produced, or most of it is produced there even today. It is also found in France, a place called Montmorillon, and this is where the clay was first discovered, actually, right? Most of the bentonite clay that we get today, they are produced either in the US, in France, or in Italy. So how does it work? Well, the clay can help reduce the negative effects of toxins that we're exposed to these toxins every day. And some of these toxins are from the paint on our wall, the cleaning supplies we use in our homes, substances that are used in building materials for our homes, unpurified water, and pesticides, right? The clay attracts toxins up to 2,000 times its weight in the body to bind with them because of its chemical composition. Then it absorbs these substances and it removes them from the body. So it acts like a magnet, just as you would use a magnet to attract different metal. It's the same kind of process with the clay. So while in its natural state, the clay has negatively charged molecules, and most toxins and heavy metals have positively charged molecules. And so this allows the two to bind together easily. They do stay united until the toxin is completely removed from the body. Some of the heavy metals that we refer to are substances like mercury, cadmium, lead, and benzene. Some people actually choose to use the bentonite clay as a supplement. So once they've gotten to a state in their health where they feel like, okay, I just now need to maintain, they might use, a few ounces of it, however often. And some people actually ingest it as they would vitamins and minerals. Okay. So let's look at some of the benefits. It supports healthy skin. You can use it to make a paste and apply it as a mask on the skin. It is able to bind to bacteria and toxins, remove these substances from the surface of the skin and even within the pores, and thus helps to reduce breakouts and skin infections. It also nourishes the skin by balancing oil production and by removing dead skin cells. Also might be beneficial in helping to heal chronic skin lesions such as ulcers. Hair cleanser, and I like it as a hair cleanser. The beauty with the bentonite clay is that it does not contain any harsh chemicals, and it is safe for use to cleanse and soften our hair without drying it out. It also helps with dry, irritated, or flaking scalps. Remove aflatoxins. Now, these are a family of cancer-causing toxins. You might hear people talk about peanuts, that, they're one of the common ones. But, these toxins are produced by fungi found on agricultural crops. Like I said, peanuts, corn, cottonseed, and tree nuts. And we can be exposed by eating crops that have been contaminated, okay? Research shows that aflatoxin exposure is associated with an increased risk of liver cancer. And animal studies have actually shown improved liver and reproductive function without impairing the absorption of other minerals. Fight parasites, and I was just really trying to find the research on this. Positively charged substances are drawn to bentonite clay, and these include intestinal worms like hookworms, tapeworms, flukes, and pinworms. Now, there's a book, The Clay Cure, and I will not massacre this man's name. I think it's Rand Nishinsky or something to that effect. He states in his book, while many herbs and homeopathic remedies are suggested for this condition, I believe clay offers one of the finest treatments for all types of parasites. That's what he said. And there's an interview with him on YouTube. You can look it up. He has a lot to say in his interview, sharing his experience using bentonite clay. Can be used to detoxify the body. To use a bentonite clay in a detoxification, routine would really require incorporating it internally and externally into the daily routine. And some of the methods you can include are using the clay as a drink, adding it to your smoothie. For those who would not want to tolerate the taste, it really doesn't have a taste per se, but some people might be sensitive to that. And so to mask it, it can be added to your smoothies. And like I said earlier, making a mask for your skin. That can be your face. You can add it to a bath, or you could make a poultice with it and use it in specific areas of the body. So what is the best time to take bentonite clay? Well, let me put it out there. If you're wanting to try adding this to your routine, and especially if you have any medical conditions, I would recommend that you talk to your healthcare practitioner first. Number one, you want to take it with plenty of water to avoid intestinal obstruction or constipation. I take it with psyllium husk. What I do, I just combine the two together and take it that way, right? Pregnant or nursing women and older adults should avoid bentonite. Do not take it 2 hours before or after medication or your nutritional supplements. You can drink it once or twice a day, either first thing in the morning or last thing at night before bed. I really do prefer the morning time because you have to drink so much water with it. And I'm like, if I'm taking it at night, right after taking it, as a matter of fact, it's recommended that you drink a glass of water. And if you're doing that, then your sleep can be interrupted, right? Having to go to the restroom. Do not take it within an hour of food for best results. And like I said earlier, some persons consume an ounce, of clay water every 2 to 3 days just to maintain. Okay, so they might have been working on some health issue that they had, and they felt like, okay, so I've dealt with that, but I want to maintain, and also because of the minerals that it contains. So what are the side effects? Now that I'm trying this thing, what are some of the things I need to, look out for? Some people might, have digestive discomfort, such as bloating, gas, or changes in bowel movements, dehydration, and this is because the bentonite clay can absorb moisture from the digestive system, which is why you need to be drinking a lot of liquid. Interference with medications and nutrient absorption, skin irritation, allergic reactions, mild headaches, muscle pain, feeling tired, joint pain, and stiffness. So which bentonite clay is safe to ingest? Because there are a lot of them out there on the market. Okay, it's very important that you do your research because some might actually have heavy metals in them. So you want to do your research. You want to ensure that your clay is food grade, okay? Unlike bentonite supplements, food grade bentonite clay is approved, regulated, and generally recognized as safe by the FDA. If it's food grade, its label should clearly state food grade or USP grade. Food grade bentonite meets FDA standards for purity and safety and is free from contaminants such as heavy metals that could be harmful if ingested. So let's look at a couple do's and don'ts. Avoid using metal spoons when mixing bentonite clay. This is because the metal can react with the clay and it will alter the property of the clay. The bentonite clay has a negative electrical charge, and when it comes into contact with metal, it can become positively charged, and this can actually affect the clay's ability to draw toxins and impurities from the skin or the body. You can start, it is recommended, if this is your first time, you start with a smaller amount and gradually increase as your body makes that adjustment, right? So the recommended dosage is 1 teaspoon to 8 ounces of water. You can actually use less water, but your first time you could use a half a teaspoon, okay? And always remember, more is not better, especially with the bentonite clay, okay? I do hope that you're encouraged. You will do some further research and try the bentonite clay. You might be wondering if it's okay to give this clay to children, and it actually is safe to give to your children. They might not want to drink the drink, which is what you would make with the water. You could actually add that to a smoothie and give that to a child. I've used it in my daughter's hair as a cleanser for her hair, and I've actually seen positive results with a flaky scalp, okay? All right, some of my sources including ancientpurity.com, ecoamical.com, find a top doctor or doc.com, healthline.com, mindbodygreen.com, medicalnewstoday.com, parasitecleanser.com, and verywellhealth.com. There's a ton of information out there for you to look at regarding bentonite clay. Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much, Sister Avia, for what you have shared. Viewers, have you used Bentonite Clay? Let us know in the comment below how it has helped you, and if you have any other advice to give or any questions to ask, remember to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so you will know when a new Health Nugget is available. Thank you for watching, and God bless.